Hello, everyone. Welcome to this AI agent lecture again. In the previous lectures or in the previous videos, we learned about AI usage of AI agent in financial domain. Today, we are going to see how we can use AI in medical domain. This program will demo how to automate the refill tasks like medication refills, like when you prescribe like vitamin D or some other tablets or medications that you take every day, the refill of it, how to handle it with an AI agent. This is what this code is supposed to demo. So let's go ahead. So we will have a patient which represents a patient. So you'll have patient name, the medications that the patient takes, and the insurance. Just create the instance of the class. Then we have the medication. So what's the medication name? How many refills are left? What was the last refill date? What is the refill history? So this is used for the refill dates for learning. And then you have average days between refill. This is just an estimate. Um, this is just creating the instance of the class. Now here we have a method which is called as whether we need refill. So refill check days is 7 days. It's like how to check like how many days before you need to order refill, because it's not like immediately. Sometimes you go today and you get your refill. You have to, in some situations, you have to order your refill at least 7 days in advance. So this method just determines whether a refill is needed. So if the refills left is 0, then return true. And days since last refill, you will calculate it, how many days it has been since the last refill was done, whether it's 10 days, 20 days, how many days. This is just date arithmetic. So from today, you minus the date when it was last refill, and you take the days component part of it. And you're checking if the days since the last refill is greater than or equal to the average refill days, then return true, otherwise return false. Then there is a method which is request refill. If it's eligible, if you need refill, you request a refill. So if refills is greater than 0, refills left is greater than 0, and return refills report -1, like you're decreasing the refills left because you've already refilled, right? You had, let's say it's an antibiotic or something. You have only 2 refills. So you have to check once you have refilled it, the count should go down. Then if you have last refill date, it's still there, then you take the days since last refill. Again, you compute the days, append the days, update the average refill days, set the last refill date to today because you're refilling it today, return true, otherwise return false, and update the average days. This is for self-learning to determine what is the average number of days when whether it was 7 days before that it was ordered, or 2 days before, or 3 days before. So you keep an average of number of days between refills in the history. This is our pharmacy system. It's the entire system which will use patient, medications, everything. So we are simulating adding some dummy patient data. And we do process refills where we pass the patient name and the medication that the patient has taken. Now, if patient is not null, this is the syntax for checking it. Then for medication, in the medications, if the medication is the same as, if the patient medication is the same as the medication name, you're checking return request refills. You return false if the medication is not found, or we do not have the data of that medication. Then this is the refill agent, RAA agent. It initializes the pharmacy system, it processes request, it checks for medications if medications is needed, calls our method append the medication name and the medication needed. This is the AI learning part, which is monitor refills. It continuously keeps on running, checking whether the refills are needed based on how many refills were ordered, what were the number of average days which is there between the last ordered and today. So it just calls our method which we have declared before. If medication need refills, it will say refill needed for this patient, for this medication name. So again here it gets the value of this medications needing refills, like which medications need refills, by calling this method, which we have which we went through it earlier, the before. And then here you're running the simulation. You create some dummy patient data, like this patient needs 3 medications, and the patient meds, these are the medicines, some patient 2 and the patient 2 medicines. You create an agent, refill agent, you pass a pharmacy object, run the simulation 5 times, and see the result. Let's see this in action. Okay. So this was from my previous run. Here. So it's first it says refill needed, refill requested, refill needed, refill requested, and now it goes see no refills needed for Alice. It'll run for 5 times because we are running the simulation for 5 times, and between every run it's just sleeping for 5 seconds. And there it is. Okay. And all the requests that it processed, it just prints out. So a simple AI agent which will automate the refill tasks, routine tasks, which can be done accurately, very fast, in no time. All right, this code will be there on the GitHub repository if you're interested in going through the code and running it, updating for yourself. Please feel free to comment. I will give you the access to the repository. Feel free to like, subscribe for so that you get notifications about all the future videos. All right. Thank you all for your time. See you all again next time. Bye.